So, who wants to go first?
Mm. I don't
I
know.
can
I
do it.
can go. Okay.
Okay.
I can do it.
Okay.
Does it have like the questions that I'm gonna answer then, or do you guys just want me to sum it up?
I'll go to the final project instructions and I'll just say the questions and then you can just do it. There's just like 9 of them, so. Are you gonna pull up anything, or do you just want to like present as is?
I mean, I'll probably just present it
Okay.
because like there's like a blank page for my table of contents and like a bunch of images that I like haven't moved around and different things that I'm putting into it. So it really will just look kind of funny. But
okay. So you want me to just read the questions so you can answer them?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Start by explaining who you wanted to become.
Okay, so in the first page of my project, I wrote, so this semester I've set goals for my accountability project that will help me to improve who I am in 4 different categories that influence the quality of my life. Specific goals have been set over weekly and daily basis for each category. So the 4 categories that I wanted to improve and things that I wanted to, I guess, become would be I wanted to increase my relationship with my Heavenly Father spiritually. And so my daily goal was to read a chapter in the Book of Mormon each day and say my daily prayers. And then weekly, I wanted to attend all 3 meeting hours of church, go to Young Men's every week, do my home teaching on a monthly basis, and make sure that I was engaged in that. The other set was physically, I wanted to gain 15 pounds. So weekly, I wanted to limit eating out to twice a week, and I wanted to attend the gym 4 times a week. And then daily, I wanted to allocate 1 hour to physical activity 4 times a week. I wanted to go to the gym, and then the other 3, I wanted to do something like go on a walk my dog, go on a hike, or play basketball.
Nice.
I set the goal for intellectually. I wanted to obtain a B- or higher in all of my classes. So I'm really shooting for the stars there. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss any assignments and had them all turned in every week. And then each day I wanted to give at least an hour to doing homework. And then financially, I wanted to pay down $4,000 worth of debt this semester. So I kind of set up a budget. I picked up a second job as well. And so I wanted to pay down debt so that if my wife didn't want to come back to work after we had our kid, that she didn't have to. And so weekly, we made a weekly budget of how much we could spend, and then daily, I set a limit on how much I could spend each day on different things.
Nice.
So those were kind of like the goals that I had. And so in my project, I set a spreadsheet that goes over the weekly goals and what ones I had troubles with, and like if I hit my goals each week. And then I have a calendar that breaks it down every single day at what workout I did, how much I spent with like my different bank statements, how much debt I was able to pay off, what days I missed my prayers, where my reading was at in the Book of Mormon, and then what if I marked whether I missed an assignment or not that week, and what my grades were throughout the semester. So that's kind of what I.
Cool. Did you modify your goals or consequences to make them easier without authorization from your instructor?
I didn't modify my goals. I definitely, some weeks, like I hurt my shoulder, and so I played basketball a little bit more rather than lifting, and like I missed. I was almost good all of the months. I think there was 2 weeks where I didn't go to the gym 4 times a week, and things like that. There's definitely times I ate out more because I got a side job at Wingers at nights because they share the same parking lot as Wells Fargo, and like yesterday I worked 15 hours, and so I definitely ate out for 2 meals in one day because I didn't have time to. So there was things that I didn't hit my goals, so I could have made them easier by cheating or by adjusting them, but instead I just didn't meet my goals, which I was okay with because I felt like it was impossible some days.
So do you feel like you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish?
Yeah. So my wife and I, when we moved into our house, like we put quite a bit of stuff on like an interest-free credit card for 2 years to get like a new TV, couches, all this. And so our 2 years is going to be up in 3 months. And so we wanted to get that all paid off. And there's like $300 left on it is all. So that was really nice, knowing that that's not going to be an issue once she has a kid or whenever. I did go to the gym, and I will say that my goal was to gain weight. Instead, my like body fat percentage, I got it checked on Saturday, and I'm 5% body fat, which is actually pretty unhealthy, really low. So I don't think where it was higher before. So that was a little bit frustrating, but I feel like I'm in a lot better shape, and I feel good about that goal, even though I guess the results weren't what my goals were. I still feel better about it, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah, like reading the scriptures, it was hard to find time to do that, but I listen to them because my commute's 40 minutes. And so did that, and that definitely started my day off better. And so,
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, I feel like it did I think the biggest thing that it did for me was set habits. It created habits that were good. And from those habits, it's definitely made me a better person.
Yeah. What will you do differently in the future?
I think that I will probably set goals that are like a little bit more measurable, but also more lenient, so that if I do have like a hard week, that I can make up for it somehow. I don't know. I guess if that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's
totally
probably
does.
what I'll do.
On a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is low, 10 is high, how much effort did you put into your project?
I would probably say an 8, just because I think I did. Like I said, there was probably 2 weeks where I only went to the gym 3 times instead of 4. But other than that, I mean, it was tough because I'd wake up at 5:30 to go, and waking up at 5:30 to read the scriptures and then go and then work my 2 jobs, and then still like sometimes I'd stay up till 11 to try to meal prep for the 2 days so that I didn't eat out. And so I'd say I put a lot of effort into it, and I think a lot of it was stuff that I wanted to do anyway, even before the project, and the project was just a little bit of a help and a reminder to do it. So
nice. What did you learn about accountability?
Well, I learned that a couple different things. Like I know I had a hard time finding or like reaching out to people to make in my class to hold me accountable, but I know that like my wife held me accountable for like spending wise, my financial goals and my spiritual goals. Before we'd go to bed, she'd ask if I had read or prayed. And there's a coworker that asked me if I went to the gym every single morning, and he would give me a lot of crap if I didn't. So I learned that it was really nice to have somebody that would hold me accountable as well as myself. So that way, and it was like a positive, and it was mostly a positive thing, but it made me, wake up and say, well, no, I've got to do this today. Like, I don't want to say no to the people that are holding me accountable. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's all the questions, so good job.
Okay, thank you.
Really hard project, so.
Yeah, like I said, I kind of wanted to do all those things as well. Like at my work, it's kind of funny because we just did this exact same thing like around the exact same time. They had this wheel that was like your personal, career, and financial goals, and you have to set goals and achieve them. and it was like a week before this project came out. So I already had kind of chosen them, and so it was kind of
Nice.
like two birds with one stone. So but yeah. So
Awesome.
I tried. I think it's going to be kind of hard to put that all into the Word document that I'm creating because, like every single day, what workout I did, I don't know if he wants me to go that detailed or he's just going to be like, okay, that was all pointless that you put all that information in there. But, but we'll see.
Yeah. I did a PowerPoint presentation on a Word document. So.
Yeah, that's probably a little easier. I took like the Office. I can't remember what class it is. I'm in it right now though, but it's like the Office procedures class where you learn about Word and how to use it. It's like there's 2 classes. So I just finished the second one. I'm finishing the second one. So I was like, I'll use Word and see if I learned anything.
Nice.
So.
Cool. So Lauren, me or you?
I can.
Okay, sounds good.
I just have my Excel document from the beginning, and I just use that to track it. So I think I'll just present it like similar to what Garrett did, just kind of like speaking and answering the questions.
Yeah. Do you have the questions up, or do you want me to read them to you?
Could you read them to me?
Yeah. So start by explaining who you wanted to become.
Okay. So I wrote down a long paragraph, so I'm just going to summarize. But I wanted to be more on a routine. So I wanted to feel a little bit more organized. I wanted to get more sleep every night and be healthy and exercise regularly. I also wanted to have time for my family and time for myself as well. And I also wanted to eat healthier and so not go out to eat as often as I was. And I also wanted to be a better wife and be nicer and more positive. And that's pretty much a summary of what I put for what I wanted to become.
So what are your goals?
So my goals were to read scriptures every day for 10 minutes, pray every morning and every night. I wanted to go to bed at a reasonable time every night. I wanted to get 8 hours of sleep. So just like as an estimation, I said 11:30 p.m. And I wanted to exercise 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week, which equates, I think, 2.5 hours a week of exercise at least. And I wanted to go out to eat less than 3 times a month and also say less than 3 negative comments per day.
Oh, wow. Did you modify your goals or consequences to make them easier without authorization from your instructor?
I didn't modify anything to make it easier. However, I did allow myself like some leeway with the exercising when I got my wisdom teeth removed. And I felt like that was fine. I didn't really like see anything like that.
It then says to like address any no's that you had during your project. So basically if you failed and like kind of why you failed.
So so at first, and really I guess throughout the project, I had a really difficult time going to bed by 11:30. And my consequence for that was to not use Instagram the next day because I used to use that Instagram a lot, but I ended up just deleting Instagram somewhere in mid-semester. And so I stopped that completely, which saved me a lot of time. But I still did struggle with going to bed on time. Like I don't know, like I think I've just been back and forth with it basically, like back and forth, depending on, like my schedule and school and everything. And then scriptures. So I was really good about reading scriptures for the most part, but there were a few times that I didn't. And my consequence for that was to watch a general conference talk the next day. And so I was able to actually watch a lot of general conference talks because of that, which was really nice. And then the last thing that I would say I struggled with was at first being saying more than 3 negative comments per day. And so for that one, every day that I didn't do it, but my consequence was to give my husband like a 10-minute back rub. And so
Uh-huh.
I did that, and that was actually kind of nice because I feel like it, made him happy and it made me happy. So yeah,
That's
but
awesome.
yeah.
So it says clearly state if you followed through on your consequences or not, and you just said that you did. So what did you accomplish versus what did you want to accomplish? So did you accomplish what you wanted to?
I feel like I did kind of. I mean, I think I did pretty good with my goals, and especially like with the exercise, I did really good, and I have been reading scriptures almost every day and praying and doing mostly better. But at the same time, like I feel like I don't know if I'm just hard on myself, but I always feel like there's I could do better. So I'm like I could probably still do better. Like I could work out more, or I could be even less negative, But I think I did good for my goals that I had set.
Nice. What will you do differently in the future?
I think I definitely want to get on a better schedule still. I think this semester I was taking 5 classes and then I'm working still. I know Garrett's really busy too, so he'll understand too. But so for next semester, I'll be taking less classes, and I'm just going to try and focus more on like being healthier and like being on a better schedule and taking kind of like a little break. So
Awesome. So,
That'll be nice.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much effort did you put into your project?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably say like a 7, maybe 8. I don't know. I don't know if that's. I don't know. I think I did pretty good, but I still think I could have done better. So.
Very good. What did you learn about accountability?
Well, sometimes it can be frustrating. Especially like at the beginning when I was getting a hang of a couple of the goals that I had set, and I consistently had it, like especially with the Instagram thing. I mean, once I deleted it, it was fine, but it was like, every day I'm like, okay, I guess I can't use Instagram again. And I don't know, it kind of got frustrating to hold yourself accountable a little bit, but I mean, it's still good, I think.
Yeah. Awesome. So I think that means it's my turn to present.
Yep.
So I'm going to share that, and oh great, produce the little box of crap. Okay, cool. There we go. We'll just start the slideshow. It's really white. It says Accountability File Project by Michael Blanset. So the thing I wanted to become was to become a better future spouse, an instrument in the hands of the Lord to be more physically healthy. So the way I was going to focus on that is, did I complete my homework assignments? Did I read a chapter of the scriptures a day? Did I eat 3 meals a day? Did I work out for 3 hours a week? Did I apply for 2 jobs a week? And did I go on a date out of the house with my fiance? Becoming a better spouse kind of goes with the homework, the jobs, and the dates. Mainly because I want to like get a good education so I can then provide for her later. Jobs are definitely like providing for her later. I never actually found a job this whole semester, so that sucks, but at least I had one from previous semesters. Becoming a better instrument was the chapter in the scriptures, and being healthy was eating 3 meals a day and working out for 3 meals a day. For 3 hours a day, not 3 meals. So this is my tracking sheet where you've seen this, Lauren. I had my daily right here, so every single day is marked, and then every 7 days there's where I'd mark if I did them or not. I didn't modify any of my set goals or consequences. I just kind of just did it. During this semester, there were a few times that I was not able to meet this requirement of working out for 3 hours a week. Be either that like I injured myself, or like me and my fiance needed to go do something, and I determined that it was a little bit more like necessary. It was like our date, or I was sick, stuff like that. But under my consequences, there was a use no section, so I didn't really have to do any of my consequences, because if I didn't do it, it was under the excuse no section, but all the other times I just did my goals. I feel that I accomplished becoming a better spouse. I spent a lot of time with my fiance. I got to know her like really, really well. And we just enjoy being around each other. And I feel like that's something that's really good. I do feel like I have become a better instrument in the hands of the Lord, because we now go to the temple like on a weekly basis, and we're reading the scriptures and saying prayers with each other on a daily basis. I've become slightly healthier, but not too much, because even though I was aiming to focus on just 3 meals a day, I forgot to focus on eating 3 healthy meals a day. So that's what I was changing in the future. Is I'd change it so that I'd be eating more healthy meals instead of just like eating meals. I had a problem last semester where I would just like skip a meal or two during the day, so that's why it was such a big goal for me. I feel I did about a 6. I feel I put a lot of effort into the project when it came to like certain parts of my goals, but then I feel like I could have put more effort into like my daily goals. It was just a little like, oh, I'm just gonna do this. It's just super easy. The lessons that I feel like I learned about accountability is that if you aren't actively talking about your goals with those that you're accountable to, it's really hard to take your goals seriously. One of the things I feel like I should have been doing better was actually talking to you, Lauren, and just be like, hey, because we're in the same group, but I just never did.
Yeah.
And so, like, I didn't realize that I wasn't being like stretched enough or anything like that. And then one of the things that I felt like this class kind of presented to us, but I don't think it was meant to happen this way, is that when I want to do an accountability project like this, I need to pick people that are closer to me instead of just like random people from my class. So, because I have just random people from the class, it's just like, oh, I guess they can look at it every once in a while instead of being like, hey, love, like, this is what I'm doing. And then she can just be around me all day and just see if I did or not. So that's my project.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'm stopping the broadcast now.